You're a little high maintenance.
You are on my list.
Sorry, but you're not easygoing, but you're passionate, and that's good. And when you get upset about the little things, I think that I'm pretty good at making you feel better about that. And that's good too. So they can say that you're high maintenance, but it's okay because I like maintaining you.
I didn't even tell him to say that.
Holy shit, we're live!
Woo!
Hey! I'm going to try not to cuss so much.
It's always great when it works.
It does. Welcome to Living Out Loud Live and happy Transgender Awareness Month. I'm Vicki, middle-aged transgender woman, stepmom of 2 amazing men, and a woke rainbow mafia liberal feminist, and with only one true agenda: to end hate and spread love and light. Tonight is a celebration of LGBTQIA plus allies, the family and friends who stand with us and by us in a world that is not always kind to any of us. It's a celebration of the family and families and bonds that form when people stand together in love as a way to fight hate. With me, as always, are my 2 amazing sisters, both strong ally activists in their own right. But to me, though we share no DNA, no matter what comes our way, you will never convince my heart that they are anything but the closest family and dearest friends. And yes, that was a triple negative in one sentence, Jaime. You must be so proud.
That was.
Hey, I don't teach English, so you don't even want to see my spelling. It's atrocious.
I will introduce the exceptional in her own right, Laura. She's the former Florida leader of Free Mom Hugs movement, fierce as hell LGBTQIA plus activist, creator of the Living Out Loud with Laura audio podcast, mom of 2 amazing rainbow daughters, and with her husband, John, was also the host of our very first event party, a Halloween celebration that multiple people have messaged me about, saying it was one of their best holiday celebrations ever. How are you tonight, Laura?
I am doing wonderful this evening. I kind of hurt my knee Monday night, jumping around and dancing around. I'll talk about that later. But you know, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I've been Epsom salting it like an old lady that I am. Now, I will introduce our other sister, Jaime, who is on the front line of the fight for not only the transgender children's rights, but social justice. She is a history teacher making a difference in the lives of the next generation every day. And I'm just going to add, making history herself, by the way. She will go down in the history books. She is also the mom of 2 teen boys and 1 tween girl. She and her family were featured on HBO's season 3. 2-part finale of the series We're Here. Her daughter Dempsey, who is also an outspoken 11-year-old activist, was recently the youngest ever Grand Marshal of Orlando's Come Out with Pride Festival, which had over 2,000 people attend it. And again, with everything she has going on, somehow this bitch still manages to join us here at the table every week to help us change the world. Welcome, Jaime.
Hi. Yeah, it's been a crazy week. We had an amazing weekend, and now I'm kind of just settling back in. I know I told you both my least favorite chapter I'm in right now is imperialism, so that's not my favorite subject to tackle. And yeah, next week is Holocaust Awareness Month. I have to do that in a week, so I have to do that the whole week next week. So yeah, fun topics in history classes over here in Central Florida. So,
Well, you're in Florida.
Do you play the Imperial March while you're talking about the?
no, but I certainly get their attention when I say it's my least favorite unit, and then they're like, "Why, Miss?" And I'm like, "Oh, you'll see why. Hawaii is one of the reasons."
Hey! I'm waiting for DeSantis to come up with a bill that says you have to teach that Hitler wasn't such a bad guy and he was actually a decent painter.
Hold on, it's going to be coming up.
They did actually make a recent edition. He added, it's called The Victims of Communism, and it's it's a day, and they have to teach it in U.S. government. And so thankfully that's not on my plate, but we've all been kind of laughing and chuckling, the victims of communism. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we should start including victims of fascism, but I don't know.
I don't have words. I don't have words.
Altogether, we are queens of the overshare, especially at amazing parties past and yet to come. We're going to jump into all that really soon. Welcome, all of you joining us live or in replay. This is an opinion show. We're going to say some shit you don't like. Sorry, the opinions are our own. So you can join the discourse in the chat, but we just block people who try to troll. Fair warning, we will forget about you. We kind of get involved in our discussion and forget that we're doing a live stream, but we will try to check on you as much as we can, I promise, because this isn't a show. This is what happens when three sisters who are activist allies decide to change the world together. All right.
All right. We're going to dig in.
Ready?
Ready.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
As always, around here, fun and friendship goes first. So we're going to go around the table, share what we're drinking, and then just give a little recap of our week. So I am having some more spiked apple cider. It is one of my favorites, and I have quite a bit of apple cider left. So I'm going to go ahead and drink that. One of the highlights of my week, which is something that did not occur with you ladies, is I went to an event at the Taveri's Doghouse with Triangle Connection, and I ended up Ubering there at like 6:30 at night. And just had the best time. And I have to tell you, in honor of Matthew Perry, I decided to dance like Phoebe ran. And let me just tell you, then I decided that I was going to sing that that song that I keep forgetting. I love it by Econopop or whatever it is. Yeah, Econopop. So I screamed that at the top of my lungs for Taveri's, so I enjoyed that. So now, Miss Jaime, how did you do?
Well, I'm drinking my usual. I got a glass of Pinot Grigio.
By the way, I did put in the script for her not to start talking about the party or rock the block.
And so I said thank you so much for that. That was wonderful. Woo!
And I gotta say, it stopped the block. That's where I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, it stopped the block, like stop the block from these politicians blocking us from human rights and all this other stuff. Anyway, later on that. So I mean, like I said, teaching, looking forward to a very relaxing weekend with nothing on the agenda for the first time in about 6 weeks. Hanging out here in my Liberty, not Moms for Liberty, my Liberty Chargers. I work at Liberty High School, so not to confuse anybody watching out there, I'm not supporting Moms for Liberty. It's just been I had a great weekend, and so now, like I said, I'm just looking forward to some rest and relaxation this weekend. And Vicki?
I am drinking the rest of the bottle of that Roaming Dog Cabernet Sauvignon from last week, and it's a good pour.
Shit, that wouldn't have lasted a week in my house.
It was really tasty, but I don't drink that much anymore. So,
Good for you.
And when we did drink, it was amazing, and we'll get to all of the stuff that we did at the party. Yeah, it's been a really odd week in that we had my sister-in-law Amy out, and of all the people that it came out to, she was the one I was least worried about coming out to. She needed to just get away and think through some things, and so she came to Florida, where everything is here to kill you, which is an interesting approach.
And we did keep trying to point that out to her also. I did enjoy that part of her tour. Oh, by the way, here is the warlocks.
Here are the alligators. Here are the poisonous snakes and the
Here's
poisonous
the train that runs down the center of a road.
brain-eating amoeba. You know, we had a lot of good stuff going on.
We shared so much with her.
But she is coming back in a few months for our, and I'm going to announce it here. We're going to be doing a New Year's party, but very limited extra guests will be invited to it's mostly because I'm going to look like the Elephant Woman. I will be done with my surgery on December 4th. I will still be recovering, but we want to do something special to bring in the new year with everybody. So Jaime, please mark down on your calendar.
It's already on there.
Awesome. And other than that, I think it's time we get into our first segment. So let's do it.
Yes.
That was Laura this weekend when she was dancing.
What? I was there all by myself doing it, and this one lady says, "You're just living your best life." I said, "Yeah, why not?"
Well, I had videos. I'm not using the videos. There's a lot of incriminating evidence on those. So but our first feature tonight is actually sharing some memories and images and stuff from another amazing weekend for the three of us.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yes. We not only hosted our first ever event party together for Halloween, but we also we're together. I forgot what we were doing here for a moment, everybody. A little bit of brain fog, just in case you don't know why they're dying. I'm like, I don't know what are we? Oh, fuck, it's me. Yes, not only we hosted our first event party together for Halloween, but we also were all together to support Jaime and Dempsey as they spoke at the Stop the Block party in Melbourne, Florida. Don't worry, I knew where we were.
And let's start at the party. Laura and John hosted at their house in Tavares.
So this was Deirdre, my trans godmother, fairy godmother, and her husband. They hung out in the front room where I had the DJ VJ setup going. This is
Marcy.
This is Marcy had you hemmed in the kitchen for a while. That was interesting.
Yeah, I did make her get out. I told her her time was up. When I walked out the house, and then when I came back in, you guys were in the same spot. I'm like, okay, enough time, enough being starstruck.
It was beginning to look like a hostage situation, so we're glad. The decorations were amazing.
Oh my God, they were so amazing.
Some of the stuff.
This is my favorite picture.
Now we are the Ladybug sisters, so my wife decided to change her costume at the very last minute and went as a ladybug, which
was so appropriate.
Started humping the wall.
Here I was. It evolved into karaoke towards the end. Which,
yes, it did.
And I've got to say, the Jaras can sing the entire. Oh shit! Yeah. Jaime did Criminal.
God.
From the Apple, and my God, that was good. And Jackson did Radioactive.
Yeah.
And Dempsey did both.
Oh, she was
Into the
living the
Unknown.
best life.
Oh yeah, I was gonna-
Oliver
That kid
was,
doesn't like the spotlight at all.
oh, her and Oliver though running
Oh my God.
around and doing their little British routine that they did.
Yes, and that was
Oh,
totally improv. I
my-
didn't even know that was my kid. Like I was like in a kitchen and I heard, I'm like, who the hell is he? British? Who just showed up that's speaking in British? And then I look over and it was Dempsey doing like this perfect like improv, like having a whole conversation with the microphone, of course. And I'm like, oh my God,
Of course.
this kid.
lots of dancing. People drifted into
Yes.
dancing. The food was amazing.
It was amazing.
I didn't even get to have this, and I didn't know what it was, but it looked amazing.
They were deviled eggs, but they were
Oh
like
my
little
God.
pumpkin deviled eggs.
Yeah, everybody was just having a great time talking.
Mhm.
Yes.
We had the Queen of Hearts for our hostess, and
Yes.
we'll get to John's costume very soon. Yes. So Tina was there, and Tina took the most photos of anybody.
Yes, Tina is
she
on
did.
fire in multiple ways.
Mhm.
This is my BFF Vicki who showed up, and we just had a great time. And I'm going to be talking more about her in our ally segment. There is
Here's
John.
There's John. There's
I-
my hubby.
If there was a
He has
biggest
his own
boobs
boobs now.
competition, then he almost probably was in the running.
Mhm.
He wasn't doing nip slips yet. By the end of the day, we were doing nip slips. So
Yeah.
Marcy, who is a wonderful, newly hatched, 100% of the time, being presenting as herself, and she is such a phenomenal trans activist in the making. She's just amazing. How she's everywhere. She's just
I am
phenomenal.
so proud of her for making that transition from, trying to keep her life separate to just being out. And I know it's not the easiest thing to do. And we're going to talk about why it was easier for me when we get to our next segment. But yes, we were dancing a lot. We had a photo booth, and I've got it all went up to my cloud, the photos from the photo booth. So all night people were just going to the back room to the photo booth. I'm going to get a bigger green screen moving forward. There's some improvements I want to make to the overall but everybody could do their voting for the costume contest there. We had backgrounds you could choose from. We're going to do overlays next time. It just didn't work out as easy for this time.
I thought it came out great.
You know what? We have great ideas, and I have really great ideas, and spring them on people sometimes. Is all I'm going to say.
Shit.
What do you mean, Laura? Just we're going to have this. We are? Who the fuck's going to do that? That's amazing.
Oh, you are.
You are, Vicki.
You are. I love this picture.
Cute.
Look at the picture of Vix and Vicky. That is so cute. I
Yes.
love that.
Two Vickies in one. And I love that girl.
Two Vicky and a Coke.
And of course she was there with Laura having a grand old time. It was very nice.
Aw.
The Queen and the Princess.
The Queen and the Princess.
I did go in a princess costume. I was really happy with my princess costume. I figured I waited years to be a princess, and so for this first Halloween,
As old as Matthew Perry.
oh, thanks.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, plenty of Tina pictures. Oh my God, this.
Aw.
Guess
Oh my
the theme
God.
here.
Oh my God. Mother Butler. Let me just tell you, Mother Butler. Okay, my friend John Lee and my friend Jaime. Let me tell you, they were Cheeseburger in Paradise.
That was so cute.
They were the tribute to
The Paradise.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy
And
Buffett.
I absolutely loved it. Like they killed that. John Lee was a Lost Shaker assault. I mean, come on now.
It was so
It was
Pretty
great.
good.
It
And
was
Jamie
great.
gave us these amazing.
Oh my gosh, yes,
skeletons.
mine's in
He
my
painted
bedroom.
them for us. I have mine on my desk, and oh my God, they were beautiful.
It's stunning, the work that she does.
Oh,
Now, Jamie and Dennis
We had to be political. Us political? No. Shit, that's the story of my life. Just like John just said in the comments. Me political? No.
Oh, so here I was so excited. My Kaylee Bug and my son-in-law Colin joined us for the Halloween party, and I was so excited. And she was the sloth from a game she plays, Animal Crossing.
Yes. Animal
She
Crossing.
has a Kaylee Games YouTube channel.
Awesome.
That she does that, by the way. But yeah, that's my baby girl. Well, no, that's my oldest girl, not my baby girl. That's my oldest and my son-in-law.
Yeah, which
It's
I
cute.
think I'm worried about the cottage cheese on his legs here. Honestly,
He's just, I love Colin.
there were selfies galore.
Yes.
This was my sister-in-law Amy, and yeah,
Amy's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty amazing there. Yes.
yeah. And Katie, one of her friends, was there as well. So that was, and her husband showed up. So that was fun.
Dempsey.
There was a little bug floating around, being the
Yes.
social butterfly.
Butterfly.
Yes.
Yes.
She was the little fairy. But she didn't have her wings on as long as Tina did because she kept hitting into people and she took those off real quick. She was like, nope.
Tina's like, these make my costume, bitch.
Oh, I know. She wouldn't take them off and I was getting smacked in the head with them. Yes.
Yeah, it was. Oh, sorry. It's Christy, not Katie. But yeah, Christy,
And
we
that's
met
Dusty,
once.
right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Dusty.
And
That's
Dusty
Dusty.
sent me a very, not to interrupt you, a beautiful Facebook message the next day, like a very long, very heartfelt, beautiful sentiments she sent me the following day. It was really, really sweet.
Dusty is absolutely amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
let me just tell you, a lot of people don't know, but like the way that Dusty and I became friends on Facebook is I'd gone to Lake County and I had stood up in front of them and told them what I thought of that all their residents should be protected and all that fun stuff. And she actually saw that and she had shared it. And then she's like, hey, wait a second. I know that last name. I wonder if by any chance I happen to know this person. And she actually was my daughter Ruth's supervisor at the time. And
Oh, wow.
she reached out to me. It was really cool. Yeah, it was really, really
That's
cool.
awesome.
There
That
was
black light thing was so cool.
There was a backdrop and a mad tea party that most people kind of just avoided. Like I said, it became karaoke. So Jack sang "Radioactive" and was amazing.
Yes.
And Oliver, I forget what song they were singing here, but we had the videos playing in the background. They were having a good time.
Yes.
There's Jessica, came all the way up from Miami. That was wonderful of her, for her to be able to join us and everything. And she looked great in her costume.
Mm-hmm.
The Sally costume, yeah, it was really
Yes.
Good. There's
Baby. Miss Bot.
Tina is always going to be posing because she is amazing and just I've got to say,
Marcy asks for posing lessons.
I need them too. I was
Me
looking
too.
at, oh my God. Because I looked at some of the pictures and we'll just skip through that one. And this doesn't even belong here, but it's in this slide deck for some
That's
reason.
great now. I just dress up so much you get confused.
It just got put in the wrong directory. There you go. This was
food.
the food. This was just the toppings. Damn it.
Yes.
Holy shit. Sorry. Shoot. Holy shoot. John, you can tell is feeling no pain by this point in time. In the evening. This was in the bathroom. I'm not exactly sure why. This was a family-friendly party. nobody was supposed to be starting a family or avoiding starting a family at the party. But,
Listen, when you go to Pride celebrations, they're always shoving these condoms at you.
that's true.
And I never know what to do with them, so I've been coming home.
Well,
She thought she'd re-gift them. She was going to re-gift them to the party.
the kids were running in and out of the bathroom, and then I noticed on top they put the Magnum.
Well, it did have soaps in there too, if you saw. Those were sugar scrubs
look like-
behind them.
Those look like Nespresso pods. Those
I do not put that in your Keurig. Do not put that in your Keurig. It would be a very bad day.
You know, I do want to point out though, there was a female condom there too, so there wasn't it wasn't gender specific.
I didn't even see those. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't even see those.
So Tina definitely. This was the shower. Maybe this was where the condoms were being used because
in the BDSM section, yeah.
There's Christy, there's and Amy and Ron, her husband. Yeah, Christy's husband. This was the prize table.
Yeah.
For the costume contest. It was. And then again,
I'm telling you, the fact that she went over there and by no intention whatsoever, the lights, because there was just these lights that were doing their own damn thing, right? Like all of a sudden it was a fucking spotlight on her. It was freaking perfect.
Well, she was going to come up behind me all night and kind of do the ladybug thing. And I was going to, and I was just supposed to stand there and go, didn't happen, but we got
this. I think this was better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, this is CJ. CJ is non-binary and goes by they them, and they did our tarot card readings for the party. They were phenomenal.
They were so good.
And their parents have attended Pride celebrations with us, and actually was in the St. Pete Pride Parade with us.
Yes. So again, people just milling around the chili bar. That was the toppings for the chili, and
I asked, and I said, "What is your most wanted topping for the nacho bar?" And what did your middle child tell me?
Bacon.
Bacon.
What the? So we had bacon.
Bacon.
That's the one thing I
bacon.
didn't have. So we had bacon. I
loves
wanted to
bacon.
point out.
Oh my god.
We had bacon. We had bacon.
A lot of
I
bacon.
hope people ate it.
Well, I know he did, and they had seconds, so that's a good thing. Sometimes they don't eat.
Yes. Oh, the dancing was amazing. And I want to tell you, so on Monday, I ended up going to the doghouse, right, for their Halloween party, and they had a DJ there. And I just want to let you know, they actually ended up coming up to me and saying, I wasn't supposed to be DJing. I mean, I wasn't supposed to be doing karaoke, but that's what everybody wanted to do. So he had his iPad up there with us reading the lyrics from it. He's like, I made it work. I said, that's all you can do. I'm telling you, people want karaoke.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to do karaoke either, but we did end up. That was how we closed out the night.
Yeah.
I love this picture because Dempsey had posted this on her Instagram and said, me with my big bro Jackson, he's always in my corner and he always is ready to tell me. He's always telling me to F the haters. And then there's Jackson with the last picture.
He's my favorite.
He is so cute.
He
and
really
Jaden
is.
got dressed up too. I couldn't believe he showed up.
And
He
Lisa,
loved Mystique.
Lisa had a great time with Jaden. She was like, "Oh my god, that kid's amazing!" And
yeah, he's a cool kid.
He was
and we just don't see him very often.
He was honest why he was there. We won't go into the reasons why he was there, but
yeah, I will.
But he made the best of it and had a great time. And,
yeah, he did.
Yes.
So
he did. He's fun. He's super chill, and he's like, we call him the mayor because he talks to everybody. So
he does.
Yes, I could see that. I could so see that. Yes, it was just such a great time.
It was a great party.
I just had the best time. It was so wonderful.
And Sunday we were off to Melbourne, Florida for a protest festival where Jamie and Dempsey once again made me cry with their powerful speech and stand for transgender rights. Fuck, every single time.
I made
can't-
myself cry that day. People were
Yes.
coming up to me, and it was really it was a bit overwhelming for me. And I cursed in my speech, which I never do. And it was just, it came out, and it was it actually worked. It was just perfect. And I apologized to some of the organizers for it. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. It just came out. And they're like, no, it was perfect. Like, it was perfectly needed. And plus, they were also like, the bands were like saying "fuck Randy Fine" and shit. So
I was
like,
going to say,
I'm
yeah, I
fine.
think there was a lot about
I think
fucking
one
Randy
F-bomb.
Fine. Yeah.
I know it's funny because people they're like, "What do you mean you never curse in your speeches?" I'm like, I don't. But if you know me in real life, I curse all the time. So it's just kind of funny how I kind of censor myself.
Yeah, but you had every reason to, and we've got
Yes.
the speech.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to play it. My apologies to everyone about the audio. I was busy screaming my fucking lungs out because and it really was a nice little
Mm-hmm.
festival.
Yeah, it was really cool
a
how
little
they had it
protest
done.
festival. Yeah,
Yep.
Yes.
some interesting smells, to be sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate some of the people there were expressing themselves with natural fragrances.
Yes. Maybe better natural deodorant.
Yes.
Yeah.
A bath every now and then is not going to kill anybody. I don't know. But
Well, and I liked how it was really a nice setup with the variety of what you had. You had some merchandise. You had
Yes.
the people collecting signatures for petitions. It was really cool. I liked it a lot.
and we decided to go kind of witchy because just to change things up. So it was very gothy. At least me and Laura. That's where
Yes.
her witch costume slide was supposed to be here. And we had a good
I forgot
time.
my hat in the car though, so I
I
didn't
do.
have my little pointy hat.
I've got
Yeah.
it. I've got it. So
Okay, good.
and this was the MC of the show
Event.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the whole
Shauna
event.
Ray. She's got her own show on TLC. Super nice.
Amazingly nice. Yes.
Yeah, like,
She
and
gave Dempsey a shirt. What does the shirt say?
I think it's like "Shut the Door" or something like that. She wrote on the back of it too. It was really, really sweet, and she was super friendly, and was talking about she lives in New York. She lives on Long Island, where I'm from, and so we were talking about that, and she was saying how how some things have changed in New York as far as acceptance and stuff, and she said we just got to keep fighting. She's super supportive and an ally for the LGBTQ community as well. I think her sister, she mentioned her sister is an LGBT member of the community. So yeah, and it was just so nice to meet her, and she was just lovely.
And
I didn't realize it was her until Dempsey told me, and I was like, because I saw her dress from the back, and I was like, Dempsey, I really love that dress. How cool is that? And those boots. And Dempsey goes, Mom, that's Shauna Ray. She's got tattoos everywhere. And I was like, what? I was like, oh shit, it is. I didn't even know.
And it was a reminder to me that there's different types of oppression for all different types of people in this
Yes.
world that don't fit the mold.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about the white way of life, the right way of life. The white wing. Oh, the right wing. I'm sorry. We'll get to that. Yeah, Addison was there and gave a very beautiful speech. It was just a good time.
Trump and cuffs.
This is something we should be looking forward to seeing quite a bit in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, so lots of poses from Laura. Oh, who's the orange guy?
The great orange. The not so great orange.
Dennis is always amazing. He literally brought me flowers. He was to thank me for just something simple, and it was like beautiful. He showed up. Lisa was doing the lawn because she was, and he showed up in his Prada workout attire, and because that's where he works. So but he is so strong and so just even keeled with everything. And freaking our extended family is all amazing. They're all stars.
Yes, they are.
And Dempsey was having a legitimate good time.
Yes, she was.
So yeah, just going to get through the rest of slavery had no benefits. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to teach that slavery was beneficial to African American people because they learned skills. That's what the governor is telling me that I should be telling my students.
And then of course there was a speech, and this was the end of the night. This was we ended up, and this was the only bar that was open on Sunday night late by the time we got back there. Into Tavares, but we still had a great time. So it was a long day. It's funny. We intersect, we break apart, we come back together, but it's always family. So I'm going to play this speech, which you may or may not be able to hear because somebody was fucking screaming through it. Sorry, somebody was freaking screaming through it. Here we go.
Hello from Clark County. My name is Jaime, and I'm a high school history teacher and the founder and lead coordinator for Moms for Hope, which is a strike force of parents and educators who are dedicated to fighting back against anti-trans laws and paving the way for transgender equality in the state. I am also the mom of 3, including my youngest kiddo, Dempsey, and you may also recognize our family from HBO's We're Here series, when we invited Shangela, Bob the Drag Queen, and Eureka O'Hara into our lives to help share our journey of challenges and triumphs living here in Florida. It's been a rough week for my family. We came off an incredible high, seeing our beautiful girl shine as the youngest Grand Marshal of Orlando's Pride Parade, making history. Then a tsunami of hate hit us. It hit us hard. We've had death threats, calls for our execution, and constant harassment for days. All for loving our kids just for who they are. Our teenage sons have been told that their parents are child molesters and that they should go do themselves a favor and kill themselves. This is all spurred by the lies and deceit these people in power peddle. The same people who claim they are about protecting the children. These people have called for my husband and I to be arrested and be tried for child abuse and have our children removed from our home. I have said this again, and I'll say it. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Our backs are to the corner. There is nowhere to hide. This is an all-out assault on our rights, our state, and our lives. But here's the thing. The reason they're so infuriated is because they know we're rising up. They feel our strength, and they see our numbers. They are terrified of us standing in solidarity. As a history teacher, I recognize this repeated attempt at repression over and over again in this country. They may feign ignorance, but they fundamentally understand that we are angry, we are revolting, and we will go the distance. And folks,
sorry for the camera bumpiness. I was crying at that point in time.
we'll be the victors in this battle. History has shown that oppression never wins. I'm exhausted, my husband's exhausted, my family is exhausted, but we refuse to give up. Life has a way of testing us. It throws us challenges, pushes us to our limits, and sometimes it knocks us down. But what defines us is not how many times we fall down, but how many times we get back up. We must keep demanding justice and equality for all LGBTQ community, especially our trans community. Yes, it's about making our voices heard. And I have a message for all those hateful people out in the world out there. You need to go home and sit in judgment of yourselves.
Yes!
My beautiful child is constantly under attack simply for existing as a transgender person in this world and in this state. As a mom, this is heartbreaking. She is not a mistake. She is not a monster. She is fucking magical.
Yes!
She is a beautiful, vibrant, and fascinating spirit that
love, kindness, and light in the world. I will always stand against any forces that threaten her and this beautiful, colorful community. We have the power to shape the future. Let's stand together. Let's fight back, not with hatred, but with love. Not with fear, but with courage. Not with despair, but with hope. And now, I pass the mic to my little superstar, who is blazing her own unparalleled trail.
Go Dempsey! We love you, Dempsey!
Hello everyone, my name is Dempsey Jar and I turn 12 next month. I just made history as the youngest Grand Marshal for Orlando Pride last year. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. Today, I want to celebrate the transgender community, a community that teaches us the power of living our truth. Being transgender is not about a choice. It's about being true to myself. It's about embracing who I am, even when the world tries to tell me otherwise. It's about standing tall in my identity, even when it's really hard. Some people say my parents are forcing some agenda on me to get attention. They claim that I am just confused and I can't possibly know who I am yet. This couldn't be farther from the truth. I know exactly who I am. I am thriving and happy. I'm living my best life and have been for over 6 years. I don't think these people actually believe any of the lies they say about me. I think they are just angry because I am happy. It goes against everything they say about trans kids like me. Trans people are my friends, my family, and my biggest heroes. We are artists, scientists, leaders, and change makers. We enhance society with our talents, our perspectives, and our hearts. I'm so proud to be part of such a magical community. I'm asking each of you to stand with us in the transgender community in our fight for equality, for acceptance, and for respect. It's about acknowledging the challenges we face and committing to be allies alongside us. Change doesn't happen overnight. It requires each one of us to step up and do our part. It requires us to stand together even when the odds are against us. No matter how hard it gets here in Florida, I will always have hope. Keep shining.
That leads us right into our next big thing.
Right, so tonight's main feature is about being an ally to the LGBTQIA community. Despite what you may hear from the right-wing extremists, and they say, we're not trying to end your way of life, indoctrinate your children, to harm this country in any way. We do support parents' rights, but that applies to all parents, not just the
White
Religious fundamentalists.
extremists. We are not out banning books, trying to whitewash history, or take away people's civil rights.
These are the same asshats that a few years ago were screaming about Muslim people trying to take over the country and force Sharia law to destroy the country. Sound familiar? It's the same playbook over and over again. Fear-based fascism has a very simple, unchanging playbook. It's what the twat waffles are trying to sell the American people on, rather than actually fixing any of our real problems.
And, you know, what makes it hard is we're not the majority. We are definitely the minority. So those of us in and who support the community have to rely on unity, making our voices be heard, and being out in the world showing love and light. We need people to stand with us. That always means allies get often the same level of hate and blowback as the friends, family, or even complete strangers get.
I started doing the research for this segment, and I actually did a lot of research on what makes the best allies. There's tips all over, obviously from the major LGBTQIA plus associations websites, but this isn't the time for analysis or history. We do that a lot, and it works. This is where I felt like I needed to personalize this. This is where I needed to tell you about the people in my life that helped me make me who I am, helped me become strong, helped me come out. Our friend Tina thought this was a speech when I posted it yesterday. Maybe it should be. So here it is. Love will win. I'm starting with that, and I will also add that we aren't going anywhere. Most people use those as closing points, but I believe in stating the truth loud, proud, and upfront. I've seen it firsthand in my own life, in the community that we have come to love. While we are a minority, we know we will win when we come together. United, we are a rainbow force to be reckoned with. I see it in my friends, especially the ones who have stepped up to become my family. Yes, I am a highly estrogened, very emotional woman. My strength now is caring. My best life has come from opening my world and heart to others and letting them do the same. Love will win. You cannot divide us. We aren't going anywhere. My sisters reached back many years in my life. Kelly was my first sister, even though we could never define it until now. She was one of the only people who knew me back in high school and saved my life more times than she knows just by being a light in my life. We pick each other up, dust each other off, and move forward. She's brave and funny, and she loved me even when she didn't always understand me. That was a mutual thing. I didn't always understand myself. Love will win because love outlasts everything. My sister Janet and her beautiful family taught me that family is what your heart decides it is, and those bonds could last through trials that none of us could foresee. Her son Colty, one day, and I'm going to tell this story, and it's one of the most beautiful stories. We would go with Janet and her friends. They would come down because it was a 4-hour drive for them to come down. We'd go to Disneyland. We loved them. And I would buy the kids, I called them Colty Pops. They were lollipops. They were candy. It was whatever the kids wanted. I spoiled them. And one day Colty looked up at his mom, Janet, and said, Janet, what is, and I won't use my dead name, to us? And she said, well, just a friend. Colty looked very troubled by that and said, he's too good to just be a friend. So I became adopted family back then in that life. And Colty unfortunately committed suicide when he was 11. And I have his picture still up in my office downstairs. It was on my bookshelf behind. So love wins and will always win, even through loss and heartache. My sister Amy, who you both got to meet, taught me that most magical moments happen in life when we least expect it, that we don't have to accept where we are. We can move forward and make things better. And a little mischief every now and then doesn't hurt. She's my partner. Love wins and is a reason for change. My sister Paula is one of the strongest people I've ever known. She's willing to love with her whole heart, but she also knows when to stand up for herself and her children. She draws lines in the sand and they stick. And most of us can't say that. That's it. She taught me to fight for what is right, for those I love, and to never accept anything less than real true love and respect. Love wins and makes us stand for what is right. My sister Deirdre, who I actually called my fairy trans mother, rescued me when I was scared and afraid to move forward. Everything from coming out at work to this live stream in one way or another ties back to her and her loving encouragement. Her ability to connect people, her stepping out of her comfort zone to be a friend, ally, and mentor. Love wins because love supports and encourages when we are lost and when we don't know where to turn. Now let's talk about my sister Laura. My sister Laura has taught me endurance and perseverance, never giving up, and how to be bold when the situation demands it. She has the softest, most loving heart that I have ever seen, but she turns into the toughest fighter I've ever seen also. Huge grown men have avoided her gaze when they saw her true fire, and I've seen it for myself. And she does this all through pain and sickness that would leave many others to give up. Love wins because love endures all. My sister Jaime has taught me patience and commitment to family. None of us may ever understand what she and Dennis have gone through to contend with and simply accept and support their daughter in a world full of ignorant, ugly haters. But Jaime is on the front line fighting for everyone she loves, standing tall as an intelligent, fierce mama bear and educator, keeping her family intact with light and with love, pouring out for all of us that she holds in her heart. Love will win because love protects its own. My sister and BFF Vicki is core to my heart and soul. She has, in the brief time that I have been me, given me a lifetime of friendship and support that I missed out on. I didn't get to grow up being right. She's made me feel like I didn't miss anything. Some types of pure friendship love can only be defined by those that share them. She's beautiful and the life of the party, as we all saw Saturday night, but she's also one of the most capable and driven women I know. And she does it all with a smile and an infectious laugh. But I have the hardest time describing what she means to me, and maybe the best way to describe it is she makes me laugh through the tears when I don't want to. Love will win because love teaches you to lift each other up, especially in heels. My wife Lisa has the biggest place in my heart. She has more love to give than anyone I know. And I treasure how she loves me, has supported me despite the changes and the personal cost to her. What can you say about the person who still gives your heart butterflies, stands by you through everything, and is your closest playmate? It's always true that you do hurt the one you love, the person you want to hurt least in the world. But that's where you learn real forgiveness and grace. I see my past, present, and future joy in her eyes and in her smile. Love will win because that's really all that's worth fighting for in this life.
Laura lives her ally activism. Here she is at Pulse for the anniversary of the mass shooting. I have to put my glasses back on because I can't see.
Yeah.
Who is the person that you're hugging, Laura?
So, on the anniversary of the Pulse shooting, I convinced John to take me down to the memorial so I could stand there for some time just to give some support to people that were there. So this woman was driving by and she saw my sign and she said to her husband, "Oh my God, there's this person standing on the corner with a free mom hug sign at the Pulse Memorial." And he said to her, "Turn around and go get a hug. That is, you're meant to be." So she came back and you can see across the street, the shiny windows there, that's actually a Wendy's. And she was actually working the night of that Pulse shooting and had to sit there and watch helplessly while everything was going on that evening. And she said she just happened to be driving by and she needed a hug, and to know that people cared meant the world to her.
They locked her in. The Wendy's, they locked her and her coworkers in the restaurant for safety.
Right.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
No. So a lot of these are things that Laura puts out, and her artwork is amazing. She floods her social media with ally tips, and we're just going to go through a few of them and kind of talk about some of the stuff. Some of it is life advice that you can apply everywhere. Some of it is very specific to being an ally and being a true friend. I love this one. I'm no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept. This is all of us. This is all three of us. We're not we're not going to stop till this fight is done. And that does scare them, Jamie. You're right. They can't stand that we're strong when they want us to be weak.
Mm-hmm.
No, they can't stand that we can love this.
This is something that you had to teach yourself, Laura, and you did. You came out of just something that blindsided you and learned to be the fiercest ally and the biggest supporter, and you weren't going to stop until you helped not only your daughter but all of us.
I want people to understand that the shame that this right-wing cult is trying to perpetuate and put onto them, that's their shame. That's not my fucking shame. I'm not ashamed of my child. I love my beautiful daughter, Ruth. She is absolutely amazing to me and so strong to be willing to live her life and her truth.
Well, and in that you also taught me to be proud of me. I never wanted to be a middle-aged transgender woman. I start the show every week with that proclamation. That a year ago would have been horrifying. But that's my truth. That's my reality. Yes, I am a woman. Yes, I know what I am on the inside. I know what my body's becoming physically. I know what's going on with the hormones that are in my head and the levels that are right where they're supposed to be right now, beautifully. But I never thought I would say proudly, I'm a trans woman. Maybe it's obvious to some people. I'm sure it is. Maybe it's obvious to a lot of people, and I don't give a shit. I am out and proud because I had great family around me that taught me to love myself because they loved me for myself. This one is one of my favorites. This is kind of the free mom hugs mantra.
I'm not your mom and I can't replace her. I'm not your mom, but I am a mom. I can hold you in my heart and I can offer you love and acceptance. I can listen. I have arms for hugging and I can hold you tight. I am not your mom, but I am a mom and my hugs are all yours.
Yeah. And they were there for me from the very first night I stepped out. So I love you for that. This is the best advice. Simple, short, to the point.
To the point.
No,
Just don't suck, y'all.
I'm gonna show that to Dempsey. She's gonna want to post it on her social media.
You do notice the lollipops are the same color as the titty Skittles.
Yeah.
So there's some double truth to that. This is great advice. Be strong but not rude. Be kind and caring. Be bold but not a bully. Be humble and open. Be a loud, proud ally. Yes, we have to win with love and light, and it sucks sometimes. I apologized after last week's show last week's show for literally going over the top with how angry I was because my family was being attacked. Jamie's family was being attacked. That's unacceptable. People that actually know her and her family know they're the most loving, caring, just trying to do the best they can. And they're doing a great job with Dempsey. She's incredible. They're doing a great job with their older two boys.
They're doing a great job with all three of their kids.
and
their animal farm. They got going on there.
Animal farm.
And with each other. Yes. I've seen some intimate moments at galas.
Not intimate moments, y'all. Like nothing on fans only or anything.
Shit, fans only. That's beyond my pay scale.
Kissing and loving glances at each other.
Yeah, I'm very much
stolen moments.
Very much in love with my husband of 20 years, and he's my other half. Like I can't imagine not having him with me, and especially since I have so many friends who struggle because their partner is not accepting and doesn't accept, and so Dennis is in a very different position I'm super thankful and fortunate, and so is Dempsey. But he sometimes doesn't realize how powerful he is as an accepting dad, because
Yeah.
it's one thing as a mom, but like for a dad, he gets a lot of shit for that
Yes.
too.
OnlyFans. Jesus, I knew I was going to say it wrong.
Well, what did you say?
Fans only.
Oh, fans only.
We're going to create our own page.
Fans only fans, both still be on my pay scale there.
It will be the least naked website
Oh,
on the
yes.
web.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of black sweat.
It'll be like almost fucking Amish.
Well,
the amount
you
of
know, you know that little
Yeah.
clip that Vicki started the episode with Monica and Chandler. That's my very favorite episode of Friends ever.
Yeah.
And I've always thought that kind of defined me and John.
Yeah, I can see that.
I call us the queens of the overshare because we do. We put ourselves out there because we have goals, and we have friendship with each other, and there can't be. What makes this work and what made us sisters was there couldn't be walls, and we're not used to that. We're used to having lots of walls. We're used to having firewalls upon firewalls upon firewalls.
Force field.
Yeah. But to do this, what we do every week, we have to be willing to step out on that ledge every now and then and go, well, here I am. And we're all wearing black, obviously, but Jamie's actually.
I know
she's wearing green.
Green, holy shit!
Yeah, she's in green. I told you she was going to be the colorful one tonight. I told you she was going to be the colorful one tonight.
I don't know how colorful, but it is green. It's a dark green and yellow.
Well, I'm gonna end on this one. We're gonna come back and pick this up next week as well, because my God, there are slides of amazing things to get through, and we'll start off with that. But let's finish with this one. No one wants to be brave. Brave is what we do when we don't have a choice. Come be brave with us. That's what we need. We need a lot of things right now. I'm going to ask everyone who watches this or the replay, please share. We're not trying to get rich doing this. This isn't being done for personal gain. This isn't being done for anything other than we want to make a difference. We believe in our message. We believe that we can change the world, the three of us together. And we need your help.
And keep in mind, Jamie and her family are true allies and activists as well. I mean, they go to so many speaking events. They're out marching and pushing the world to change, making the plight known. It is not easy. We get a lot of bricks thrown at us. Vicki and I are very proud to support her as she tries to make this world better, more loving, and more intersectional.
I gave the word to Laura this week.
That's like the football punt.
It is.
Kicking that word.
It's the hidden word.
It's a little Easter.
All right. So we're gonna do the trans spotlight, which is also freaking amazing. We have to get to that. This week's go ahead, Laura. I'll bring it up.
This week's Trans Joy Spotlight is Addison Mayer, or who I lovingly refer to with her mom and her permission as the Get Shit Done Girl. In September, she was a Grand Marshal for Space Coast Pride.
Yes, she was.
But let's look at where she started.
Isn't she adorable? Look at the future president. And I love why I march. Look, equality. Look at that.
Addison is a 10-year-old who self-identifies as pansexual. She is a rock star for social justice. She has been very involved with politics since she was only 3 years old. She has worked with Congresswoman Val Demings, and she's even met FLOTUS. She's part of a brand new group we call the Junior Dems that meet in Fort Lauderdale. She's also an ambassador for the right to clean water. Now, she does some normal kid stuff too. After learning how woke the Girl Scouts were, she joined up with them.
And Addison here is an amazing friend to Dempsey. She, pretty much we know whenever we come to an event, we know Addison's going to be there. She is fierce, and they just adore each other, and they're always taking pictures of each other. Yeah, she's amazing. I have those earrings that she's wearing there. Gold Volunteer Service Award 2 years in a row now. She already has enough hours, and we'll get it again next year. She's working towards 4,000, yes, you heard me, 4,000 hours, so that when she graduates at 17, early, of course, she will receive her President's Lifetime Volunteer Service Award because she's an overachiever for sure. She does all of this while doing virtual school and maintaining a 95% overall average. I will add that Dempsey has been talking to Addison's mom and wants to join the homeschool with her. So I started laughing. I'm like, you know what, kid? All right, as long as I don't have to be your teacher.
Addison cares so much for the LGBTQIA plus community, the environment, women's rights, and the disabled community. That's actually where she started because her brother is autistic. She got the nickname the Petition Queen, where she did petitions for Maxwell Frost. She gets very upset when people come for her friends.
Wow. Now you see why I call her the get shit done girl? Jennifer, her mom, told me such a cute story, and I just have to share it with everybody. So when Addison was 4, she was in her gunkles, gay uncles, Jesse's wedding. And when she then demanded that she be not only the flower girl, but they have a nacho bar. A girl after my own heart, just saying there. But she got both things because her uncle cannot say no to her. But to make it even better, she stood up to her grandma, who was very upset she was going to be the flower girl in the wedding. Allison always gets very upset when people come after her friends and or those who she loves.
And Addison has said it best in a post she just did the other day. Standing strong with our transgender community. She said, hey everyone, after an incredible roundtable discussion with Chasten Buttigieg, I've been reflecting on the importance of supporting our transgender community. It's disheartening to see them facing attacks and discrimination, but together we can make a difference. First and foremost, let's spread factual information and debunk the harmful lies that surround the transgender community. They are human beings, just like you and me, and they deserve the right to live their lives authentically and without fear. Let's educate ourselves and others, promoting understanding and acceptance. But it doesn't stop there. We also need to strive for more diversity in all aspects of our society, including our political groups. Embracing diversity means embracing different perspectives, experiences, and voices. It's through this diversity that we can truly create positive change and build a more inclusive future for all. So let's come together and stand strong with our transgender community. Let's amplify their voices, support their rights, and create a society where everyone can live authentically and without fear. And let's continue to push for diversity and representation in all areas of our lives. Together, we can make a difference. Remember, change starts with us. Let's be the catalyst for a more inclusive and accepting world. Share this message, spread the love, and let's create a future where everyone feels valued and celebrated. Addison.
We'll be right back with final thoughts after this. Hey, so we promised we were going to do some lighter shows, and I think we've done some lighter shows.
I definitely think so. And I just want to point out something really quickly on our final thoughts. I've had the pleasure of listening to Dempsey speak in public 3 times in the past 2 weekends. Once to 2 to smaller crowds, but once to a crowd of 2,000. And I know there's 2,000 plus.
They actually just released the numbers to Pride,
good.
and I believe it was 230,000
Holy
attendance. So it was up another 20,000 from last year. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
See. So her words and her speech is how she speaks. That's how she articulates.
Yes.
Addison, Jaime just read a speech written by a 10-year-old child. If you are hearing these girls speak and you think that they are not speaking as 10-year-olds, you need to check the 10-year-olds that you're surrounding yourself with, because this is how 10-year-olds speak.
That is how they speak. It is.
This is them. This is called education, y'all. Education.
Especially ones that have been on the front line,
Yeah.
like Addison
Yes.
and Dempsey have
And
been.
Dempsey for years. I mean, let's see. Dempsey's been doing this for 6 years. Addison's been doing it for 7 years. Like,
Yeah.
this is what they've learned. This is how they've grown up. So,
And they truly do.
don't
That's like the
challenge
biggest
that.
backlash we get is that, oh, well, you're just putting words in her mouth. She doesn't speak like that. And I'm like, honestly, she does. That's how she speaks. And I mean,
Yes,
anybody
it
that
is.
spends 5 minutes with her, you can see that. It's just ridiculous because that's always the pushback we get. Oh, you wrote that and you made her say that and those are your words. What child talks like that? I'm like, she does.
Exactly.
She does. She does.
They speak that way.
She does.
Yes.
And she's so articulate. She's so well spoken. She's so driven. And then we have a party and we watch her sing,
Yes, and
British
do a
accent.
British, like,
yeah,
what do you call that? Improv.
I don't even.
She did Hermione Granger.
Witty
with
as
all
fuck.
her- yeah. And
Keep in mind,
I
she's
let
a
it
drama
go for
major.
like 10 minutes
Well,
longer than it should have because it was
Yeah.
just funny as hell.
It was entertaining. Like I said, I didn't even know it was my kid, but she truly is. That's how she speaks. So thank you for saying that, Laura, because that is something that it definitely needs to be pointed out. Addison is the same. I've spent a lot of time with Addison. And Dempsey is a drama major. So that is her calling in life. I mean, and that's another thing. It's like,
Yes.
oh, well, this attention. What is she going to do about it when she's older? Maybe she doesn't like attention. I'm like, if you never met my kid, she loves attention. Okay.
No,
She-
Jamie's the one that doesn't like attention. Jamie's the
true.
one that would like to be in the sweatpants somewhere.
Wait a minute.
Hence the sweatshirt.
I heard that bullshit over and over and over again. What happens, in all the trolls, what happens if she decides whatever?
Mhm.
What will happen is that her family will support her.
We'll love her anyway.
Whatever.
We'll love her no matter what.
Because you
It
know
doesn't
what? And that's
matter.
exactly it. What the fuck does it matter? Even my daughter, who when she was 18, when Ruth at 18 came out, and she is 24 now because she just had a birthday, right? So in all those years that apparently they came out the same year also, I guess now that I'm doing math. So
That's a
in
weird
all those
coincidence.
years, if she were to sit there and say to me now, Mom, this isn't who I was, I'd be like, okay, well, who are we now? Like, who do
Exactly.
you feel you are? Because you know what? That's part of loving somebody. I changed who I've been many times. I've been a wife, a mother, a daughter,
Same.
a granddaughter. I've been a worker, a coworker, a leader. I've been a lot of things. Never in my life did I think I would be an activist. And fuck, I'm an activist.
No,
and that's a new personality for me too, y'all.
Hey,
Yeah.
I say it all the time. I am a Frankenstein's bride kind of cobbled together bitch because all of you have given me something
The
wonderful.
hell is that coming up? What is that?
I have no.
That-
What is
writing
that? I don't know.
I don't know. All I can read
Black
is
magic, love magic, love. What
Husband-wife
wife problem? I do have husband and wife problems sometimes. Sometimes your husband wants to have sex when you're trying to get shit ready for a party.
Holy crap. I'm not even going to put that one up.
No.
But yeah, no.
We don't know what all this shit is that just came through, but I
Yeah.
think we
That just,
we
that
have
just
a
needs to be
troll.
blocked.
Yeah. We have a troll.
Block
We have a
user.
troll in another
Gone.
language. Yeah.
Bye. Bye. No, I know I am the sum of a lot of different parts, and I was
We
given
all
of
are.
these gifts. Yes,
It's part of being a human,
yes.
That's life, and we have to change, and sometimes we have to wear a different hat, and sometimes we have to shift, and sometimes we have to change, and it's about growth, and it's all of us, and it's part of life, and sometimes it's great, and sometimes it sucks, but yeah, I know it's the same. I think for all of us, it's it is what it is.
Well, I love you both, ladies. I thank you for another great show.
Look, I still have wine left.
I
hope-
still have some of my drink left too.
Actually, that's not true. I sent Dempsey to get me more when we were in mid-show. Just
We-
saying.
we don't have any events per se this weekend, but we will be at a burlesque show on Sunday. We're going to be out on
In Lake
Friday
County.
night. all Lake County this weekend. We've got a lot to celebrate. We're gonna not take a break and actually regroup and hopefully just have some downtime all together. So if you see us, say hello. We are what we are.
We're friendly. We don't bite anybody.
We're friendly. No, we don't.
We are
No.
absolutely what we are.
I did have somebody come up to me the other night. I was a little confused what was going on, but then somebody said, it's okay, you can ask her. And I'm like, what, do you want a picture? And she said, yeah. So I'm assuming that's what she was trying to do. It was very weird there for a moment. I didn't know what she was doing, but that was my first time with that. So
you get used to it.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know what you're doing here. It was
You're
weird. They're like,
used
you
to people running at
I'm like,
you.
ask me what? Like,
Yeah,
I'm so
well,
confused.
It's better than when people run at you out of the blue and you're like, who
Yes.
the hell are you? What are you trying
Well,
to do?
yes,
I don't know who you are. And yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Yeah.
scary, especially depending on the situation, especially depending what we are coming right off of.
We
let's
are
face
being
it.
attacked right now, folks. This is
Oh.
fun.
Oh.
So, thank you everybody for joining us today. Remember, please be the light and love that you want to see in this world. I know it's hard. I know we want to push back. I know we want to say, fuck you, Randy Fine, and fuck you, Ron DeSantis, and fuck you, Donald Trump. But what we also need to do is say, I love you, Jamie.
Yep.
I love you, Vix. And wrap your arms around your friends and your family.
And keep spreading love and kindness.
Be an ally. Be an ally even to people not in the LGBTQIA plus community. Be an ally to your family. Be an ally to your friends. It really
Be an
does
ally,
make-
period. That's right.
I love how you closed out your speech at Orlando Pride when you said, check on your friends. Check on your
Yeah,
friends and
important
family,
too.
everybody. That's important. Mental health is very, very important. If somebody says to you that they're fine, you know what that means when you tell people
Yes.
you're fine. Dig a little deeper.
Oh, Vicki didn't stop because I kept saying, I'm fine. I'm fine. She kept texting
And I'm like,
me.
I
I'm fine.
I would
I'm
text
fine."
John. I told John, I'm sitting there crying, telling John, she's saying she's fine.
Yeah, but look, we all came out the other side.
Yeah,
We're okay.
We did. Now we're
I'm
fine.
still here. I'm wearing green. I mean, hey.
We did. All right. We'll see you all next week. We're going to continue with the ally tips. We're also going to be very quickly getting tattoos.
Ooh. Okay. Yes.
We'll figure that one out. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Dream sequence.